All right, guys. So if you guys have not had plantains, oh my gosh, they're so good. So first thing first is we're gonna go ahead and start off with some plantains that are ripe. And when I say ripe, you want them to be really, really ripe. So I like to go ahead and preheat my oil on high. You can use really any oil. So the plantains do need to be ripe. Um, and they kind of want to be kind of soft. So plantains are similar to bananas. So a mixture of bananas and potatoes, but oh my gosh, they're so good. But first thing first is, you want to go ahead and peel them. So I have two ways of peeling them. So I do chop off both ends, make a slit, and then peel it off, or either I'll just peel it like a banana. So you'll see that in the next step here. But plantains, oh my gosh, they're so good. My family, they really love them. So we first got them at this Caribbean jerk shop, this place that does jerk chicken. But they're like more of like an island food is what I hear. But so we want to go ahead and just peel them. And I like to go ahead and just line them up just for cutting purposes. And we're just making sure that oil is heating up on the owl. I just got this pot too, so I'm excited to use this pot just to see how it works. It's an enameled has like an enameled texture, so I'm really excited about that pot. But whenever you are cutting them, what you want to do is you're going to cut them at a slant. And you can kind of cut them, I would say about probably 3 centimeters. So you don't want them too skinny or too thin. So you want to just make sure that you cut them at a slant. And that slant is going to give you more of like a longer plantain. And so you'll see that in just a second here once I get them all peeled. Okay, and so yeah, so you want to go ahead and just make sure that the knife is at a slant when you are cutting them. And so that's how it should look. So just a slant, and you just want to go ahead and continue to cut them. One by one. I can't wait till I'm able to get some cakes done here on the channel for you guys. I know those are my favorite. But so I'm checking my oil, and now I'm so yeah, the oil was ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and just place each plantain in. And guys, this oil was so hot. So hot. So I actually went for my tongs. So you'll notice that eventually I'll grab my tongs because it was hot. And I did not want to risk burning my hand. So yeah, so you're just going to be careful and drop it into the pot. You can also do this in a skillet too. I just chose to use a pot. Okay, so if this wasn't hot grease, of course this would look like a jacuzzi. But y'all, just be careful at this point. I am using a pot because this one here is a little bit taller. But whenever you pour this grease in, just make sure that you only pour about maybe 2 to 3 inches is what I have. But you can actually use less than that if you want more control over. So you don't really have to deep fry the plantains. So you can try to test it out using less grease if you like. As long as the plantains, as long as you're able to see the bottom part of the plantains in the grease, you should be okay. And you're able to, but if you do it that way, be sure that you flip them. So they may need about 3 to 4 minutes to cook. But you want to cook them until you see the golden brown, or even sometimes the darker brown. I like mine to be a little bit darker, because they're a little bit crunchier. But so you do want to just continue to cook them. And so because it is a little bit deeper, you don't have to flip them. So that's the good thing about this. So I'm just kind of flipping and looking at them. And as you can see, they're getting golden. So they're almost ready. Or they're just, here you can actually take them out. So if yours are looking like this, you can actually take them out and you will be able to poke them with a fork. And you would kind of know that they're soft, because they're going to continue to cook once they're actually out. So you want to make sure you have a paper towel with a glass plate, preferably. And then you want to go ahead and place them onto that paper towel. You can also use a wired tray or rack, and that way the grease can fall through. But I just like to use a paper towel because I'm old school and this is what I've been using for years. But you want to go ahead and just remove them from the grease, because again, they're going to kind of steam and continue to heat as you take them out and as they're just sitting on the plate. And guys, the best parts of the plantain are the really, really soft, gooey parts before they're cooked. So once you eat them, those are going to be your favorite parts, I swear, because they're so sweet. They're just the best. And then you have the ones that are not as soft, and they kind of just remind me of like a sweet potato, or like a sweeter sweet potato. So they're really, really good. But this is really all. This is all you guys are going to do. And just making sure that those plantains are as ripe as you can find them and kind of smushy. So whenever you feel the plantains before you actually cook them, make sure that they're smushy. And see, you guys, look how awesome these look. These are beautiful. You see, so I like mine to be kind of brownish. But yes, this is what they're supposed to look like. And they are ready to go. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for another video. I have more recipes.